banks' balance sheets are all out of whack. City's capital has been liquidated and their assets are big enough to cover their massive liabilities. If we don't act quickly, City is going to become insolvent like JP Morgan, Wachovia, Bank of America, the list goes on. These banks can't fail. If they do, we risk destroying the world's economy for years.
We could nationalize.
No, Tim, we can't.
Why not?
Do you want to be the next William Isaac?
Who?
Yeah, it's someone you don't want to be.
I'll pull up his Wikipedia page.
Listen, Tim. Larry's right. There has to be an easier way to fix this. We could lower the Fed funds rate and generate interest to get the banks lending again. Then hopefully they can create enough capital in the short term so that the banks can mark these toxic assets to market and stave off insolvency without too much more TARP money.
No, Paul, get out of denial. We've already bottomed out the Fed rate. There are no short-term treasuries left to be sold.
So, what do we do with all these toxic assets? The market isn't coming back up anytime soon.
Paul has a good point. There has to be a middle ground.
We can subsidize them.
Go on.
We could take all these bad home loans, mortgage-backed securities, and collateralized debt obligations and subsidize their market prices.
So that we can close the gap between what the market thinks the assets are worth and what the banks say they are.
And private investors can buy up all the toxic assets.
The banks go back in the black,
And the market rebounds.
crisis averted.
Well, that was easy.
Secretary Geithner, do you want me to put this all in a memo to the president?
Of course, Cynthia, yes, I would. What's next on the agenda?
Thursday is Rahm Emanuel's 50th birthday. The president's liked what you've done with this financial crisis so much that he's tapped you to be in charge of the surprise party planning committee. Oh, and he asked that you not get another Israeli flag cake. The timing for that would be less than ideal.
What are you telling me?
You know, a surprise party. He comes in and we all surprise, and there's cake and balloons and a piñata.
Why in the world would you tell us this now? With the birthday in 2 days?
Look, we must not lose our composure. The country looks to us for leadership. In these troubled times, America needs a steady hand at the tiller. We were built overcoming adversity. We can do it again.
All right, we need a venue. Where's this party going to happen?
What about the East Room?
Yes, Paul. White House East Room. Cynthia, is the East Room open on Thursday afternoon?
Michelle is giving piano lessons to students from the Anacostia School for the Deaf that day. We probably shouldn't cancel that one.
All right, let's think outside the box here. This is not some everyday banking meltdown. Desperate times, desperate measures.
What about the Rose Garden?
Joe Biden's having lunch with WNBA champions at 2.
We can find anybody later. Let's finish it right now. Cake, cake, cake. Everything into cake. Cynthia, what's that bakery at 4th and I?
Magnolias?
Yes, get Magnolias on the corner and order 6 lemon poppy seed cakes. Rum loves lemon poppy seed.
Tim, we can't get anything with poppy seeds. Eric Holder is allergic. Do you remember what happened when we brought bagels to the solstice brunch?
Damn, how could I forget?
We have to invite Holder? After he forgot about Robert Gates' silent auction? No. No, why should we have to make up for it when other people screw up? What are you going to tell me next? We have to invite John Boehner?
We have to invite Holder.
Why?
We have to invite him. For diplomacy. We have to.
But why shouldn't we make up for it when other people mess up, Paul? What about moral hazard? I've got to draw the line.
Listen, Larry, if we don't invite Holder, it could set this administration back drastically. For months. We can't afford to piss off the Justice Department. It's not fair, I know, but it's just the way it is. Sometimes when our backs are against the wall, we have to cover for those who screw up. I'm sorry, but this is how it has to be.
Very well. Invite them all. It's too hard, Larry. We have to make sacrifices. Okay? Now, everyone focus. How do we get them out of the way to set up? This party is to be a surprise.
The puppy. We can have Ron take the Portuguese water dog on a walk to the Lincoln Memorial.
What if it doesn't work? What if he's a cat person? What if he finds out? I don't know if this is going to work!
No, Larry, no. We just have to try at all costs.
How is this possible?
How is there no store in all of DC that says red, white, and blue party hats?
Hillary, what are you doing here?
I heard you guys were having some trouble with this party planning business. Do you need someone to bail you out?